You bought it because you love your cat, but your cat may be experiencing it completely differently. What if that cute product is actually making them feel trapped, frustrated, or stressed? For cats, repeated discomfort can quietly turn into avoidance, stress, or what looks a lot like hate. Many items in the pet aisle are designed for human convenience, not feline instincts. Today, we'll look at 6 popular cat products many cats quietly dislike and what to use instead. And number 5 is the one I would remove first if it's in your home.
Trapped toilet. It's easy to understand why this product is so popular. We value our privacy in the bathroom, and we certainly don't want to look at or smell our cat's waste. So we buy enclosed, dark, dome-like litter boxes and fill them with floral or spring breeze scented clay. We think we are giving them a private, fresh-smelling suite. But when you step out of the human perspective and look at it through your cat's senses, that cozy little bathroom can feel very different. Cats rely heavily on spatial awareness. In the wild, eliminating waste is a vulnerable moment. If they are in an enclosed box with only one exit, some cats may feel trapped because they cannot scan the room or easily step away if startled by a sudden noise. Add heavily scented litter to that small space, and it can become uncomfortable. Artificial fragrance trapped inside an enclosed box can feel much stronger to your cat than it does to you. If your cat rushes out, avoids the box, or eliminates nearby, the setup may be worth reconsidering. Of course, if your cat suddenly starts avoiding the litter box, always rule out pain or illness with a veterinarian first. So the better solution is not to make the litter box look nicer for us, but to make it feel safer for them. Instead of using an enclosed box, swap to a large, open-top litter box so your cat can see their surroundings and feel secure. And choose unscented litter. If you want to control odor, regular scooping and cleaning are much kinder than masking the smell with fragrance. But while the litter box is about safety, the next item is all about playtime and a game that might be actually causing stress.
The game they can't win.
On the surface, this looks like the perfect cat toy. It's cheap. It requires minimal effort from the owner, and it gives your cat a chance to sprint around the room. We buy laser pointers thinking we are providing great exercise. But the problem starts when we look at play from the cat's side, not from the owner's side. To understand why many cats dislike this, we have to look at the psychology of the hunt. The feline hunting sequence is a hardwired loop: stalk, pounce, catch, and end with something real. When a cat chases a laser, they get all of the thrill of the stalk and the pounce, but there is nothing physical for them to grab. For some cats, laser play can become frustrating if they never get the chance to catch a real object. A healthy play session should leave your cat calmer, so if they keep searching the walls, pacing, or acting tense after the laser disappears, the game may need a better ending. That doesn't mean playtime has to stop, it just means the game needs a real ending. The physical catch is important, so replace the laser pointer with a wand toy featuring a real target, like a feather or a small plush toy. If you still use a laser, don't end the game with the red dot disappearing on the wall. Lead your cat toward a real toy they can grab, let them actually catch it at the end of the session, and follow up with a small treat to satisfy that final step of the hunting sequence. Speaking of frustration, our next item is something you probably use every single day, right in your kitchen.
Wrong bowl setup.
This product makes perfect sense to humans. Walk into any pet store and you will see connected food and water bowls. They look neat, they save space, and they keep your cat's dining area organized. But what looks organized to us may not feel natural to your cat. Some cats simply prefer their water source away from their food, especially if the food smell is strong or the water sits still for a long time. Furthermore, the surface of still water can be harder for some cats to judge. You might notice them dipping a paw into the water before drinking. This is often an attempt to gauge the water level. If the water doesn't move and it sits right next to strong-smelling food, they might simply ignore it. Watch how they drink. If they regularly prefer drinking from your water glass instead of their own bowl, they might be telling you they want a different setup. The fix is simple. Don't force food and water to live in the same place. Separate the stations by moving your cat's water source to a different part of the room, or even a different room entirely. You might also provide moving water. A fountain can help some cats drink more, especially if they are attracted to movement and sound. Just make sure it is cleaned regularly.
If this is making you rethink something in your home, you're not alone. Subscribe for more calm, science-based ways to understand your cat. And stay with me. Number 5 is one of the most common items that can seriously bother them.
Too loud to wear. But some products don't just affect what your cat sees or smells. The next one follows them with every single step. Before we talk about the bell itself, ask yourself this. Would your cat choose to make noise with every single step? Even if your cat does not wear a bell, this matters because some cat products create repeated sounds, clicks, or beeps that humans barely notice, but cats may experience very differently. We often put bells on our cats to warn local birds, or simply to hear where our cat is hiding around the house. It seems like a harmless, responsible accessory. But now, imagine that sound from the perspective of an animal that relies on silence, stealth, and precise hearing. Cats have extremely sensitive hearing, and for some cats, a constantly ringing bell can become irritating or stressful because it follows them with every step. Instead of feeling secure and hidden, they are constantly announcing their presence with every movement. For a creature that relies on stealth to feel confident in their environment, this repeated noise can become a daily source of irritation or stress for some cats. If your cat scratches at the collar, hides when you bring it out, shakes their head often, or seems less relaxed while wearing it, the bell may be bothering them more than you realize. If the goal is safety, there are quieter ways to achieve it. If your cat stays indoors, you can easily remove the bell. If your cat goes outdoors and bird safety is your concern, consider a brightly colored bird warning collar cover, which helps birds notice your cat visually without adding noise near their ears. While a bell overwhelms their hearing, our next item targets a different sense entirely, and it's the one I would remove first. Remove this first. This one comes from a very normal human desire, wanting the home to feel clean, calm, and fresh. So we buy essential oil diffusers and scented plug-ins to make our living rooms smell like a spa. We think we are creating a calming environment for both ourselves and our pets. But for cats, scent is not background decoration. It is part of how they understand their territory. If you use these, you aren't doing it to cause harm, but some essential oils can be risky for cats, especially when they are concentrated, diffused in poorly ventilated rooms, or land on the fur and are later ingested during grooming. Oils like tea tree, eucalyptus, peppermint, and citrus are common examples cat owners should be careful with. Cats process certain substances differently than humans do, so strong airborne fragrances can make some cats feel unwell or uncomfortable in their own territory. The signs can be subtle: sneezing, watery eyes, or simply avoiding the room where the diffuser is plugged in. If you notice vomiting, drooling, weakness, breathing trouble, or unusual behavior after fragrance exposure, contact a veterinarian right away. So instead of adding more scent to the air, focus on removing odor without overwhelming your cat's nose. Try using an air purifier with a HEPA filter and activated carbon to help reduce dander and odors without adding fragrance to the air. When your windows are safely secured with a screen, fresh air is often a better choice than adding fragrance to the room. For scent-based enrichment, offer catnip or silver vines separately, in small amounts, and watch how your cat responds. And finally, while scent can overwhelm their nose, our last item overwhelms their entire body. Not cute to them.
This one is usually bought with pure affection. We see adorable photos of cats in knitted sweaters or tiny costumes, and sometimes we buy them for a cute moment, or because we worry our cat might be chilly in the winter. But your cat's reaction may be telling a different story. You've probably seen what happens when you put a shirt on a cat. They often freeze, crouch low to the ground, or simply flop over. While this looks funny to us, for many cats it can be a sign of discomfort rather than playfulness. A quick photo may seem harmless, but if your cat freezes, crouches, or tries to escape, that is your sign to stop. Some cats tolerate light clothing for medical reasons, but tolerance is not the same as comfort. Don't judge the moment by the photo. Watch the body language. A cat's fur and skin help them sense touch, pressure, and movement around their body. It may look dramatic, but those reactions are giving you important information. If they walk with a lowered belly, take exaggerated steps, freeze, or refuse to move, the clothing is likely interfering with how their body reads touch and movement. The kinder approach is to give warmth without taking away their freedom of movement. Unless prescribed by a vet, let your cat wear the beautiful, natural coat they were born with. If you want to keep them cozy, provide a self-warming mat or a soft fleece blanket in a sunny spot, and let them decide when they want to bundle up.
The best gift you can give your cat is not another product. It's understanding their world. Give them space, safety, and choice. Because your cat doesn't need a perfect-looking home. They need a home that feels safe to them. Which one surprised you most? And have you ever bought it for your cat? Share your experience in the comments. Thank you for watching Purr and Ponder. Until next time, keep listening to the quiet language of your cat.